Hey, it's Mega, aka the Art Messiah, here to save you from your art sins. Welcome back to another drawing stream. Today we're going to be working on some Sonic artwork, and more specifically, we're going to be working on Shadow the Hedgehog. So, welcome in. Hopefully, you guys will have some fun coming in here and hanging out, chilling with me. Depending on how many people come through, this, might be more of like a no mic kind of day and just listen to some music as we get this last artwork done. But for those of you that are new here, I have been doing a set of Sonic characters that I am turning into stickers for sale, and I'm using all of those sales to fund my webcomic Ignition. So if you would like to see that project come to life and are excited about that as much as I am, please feel free to check out joining my monthly newsletter for the $5 tier, and you're going to get monthly stickers. So the Sonic one is being sent out this month, and then Tails is for next month. Actually, no. Amy Rose is for next month. So if that sounds interesting to you, make sure that you sign up and check that out. Also, in that newsletter, I'll be giving updates on Ignition itself, so it's a great place to kind of just stay up to date with everything that's going on in with me. Okay, so with that being said, let's just go ahead and hop in here and start working on some artwork. So I spent some time just drawing a whole bunch of different poses of Shadow the Hedgehog. Some of them from the top of my mind, like this one right here, and this one right here, and this one right here. So I'm going to take one of my original poses and keep working with it a little bit. But yeah, how's everyone doing tonight? Let me know what y'all working on, and just how things are going overall in your life. Right now, I'm at the stage of looking for some full-time work. I'm doing some engineering again, and in combination with that, I've been doing a lot of tutoring. I tutor both mathematics and web design. Speaking of which, if you guys ever need a site or anything like that designed, I am here as a reference and a resource. Even if you do not hire me, I would be happy to at least give some advice during these live streams. Okay, so we're going to create a folder for this because there's going to be a lot of layers going on. I'm going to change that from a normal to a through layer. That's going to allow my layer blending to blend correctly. What's that, Maeve? Also, I know your name was like M-A-X-V-E before, and I remember asking about the pronunciation. Is it Mav or is it Maeve? Please correct me. But anyways, how's it going this week? What you been up to in the past week since last stream? Just it is Maeve? Okay. Cool. Cool. I just want to make sure that I'm saying that right. But yeah, what's good? What have you been up to? If you feel like sharing, obviously you don't have to share. Also, for any new viewers out here, I do like to shout out people that have YouTube channels as well, and Maeve does have a YouTube channel. They have speed paints and stuff uploaded, at least from what I remember. Correct me if I'm wrong. Alright, you know how Shadow's always kind of angry. I guess we'll draw somewhat of a smirk or something, because I'm kind of doing this set with the characters looking a little bit more, let's say, happy, I guess. So we're going to try to draw him with a little bit of a smirk here. Alright, just been wandering, drawing, and watching movies. That sounds, honestly, that sounds really relaxing. That sounds very nice. I like the wander. The wander and the wonder. Also, I feel like, I don't know if you mean like going on walks or whatnot, but I love going on walks and just letting my mind kind of figure things out. It's a great chance for me to like brainstorm and whatnot. I love taking walks. Yeah, great for getting out of like art block and whatnot, and honestly, I just love the feeling of moving around, getting your body in motion and whatnot. What kind of movies you get into? We just finished watching the Has Been Hotel TV show, and we're currently watching through Fryrin right now, our free run. So random, but you have a nice smooth voice, like it sounds like ASMR. Well, perfect. Hopefully it is easy on the ears, because I'd be talking a lot, so that's good to hear. Yo, what is up, Maya? We are just getting started here. We are doing our final character in the Sonic lineup for now. Oh man, that music came in very loud. Sorry about that. this is going to be the final character for right now until we move to something different. We're going to be doing some streams of Ignition, like concept work and live work. There's something that I've really been wanting to do, which I guess I'll talk about here in a second. But first, let me ask, what's good with you? It has been a minute. Always catch you at the beginning. So what's new and what's up? What's good? I know you said you've been like crazy busy, but it sounded like kind of busy in a good way and not necessarily bad things going on. So what's good? What's good? And also, if there's anything that you want to share or anything new that you're working on, you can tell me, and also all the people that are here. What small crew that we are developing. I'm sure we would all love to kind of just check in with one another and to see how things are going. I changed my profile picture for the first time in years. Yeah, I noticed that. I probably should update mine, maybe. It has definitely been a while since I've updated my profile picture, and I created this profile picture like early on in Comic Fury, and I haven't updated it in forever, so I think it's probably high time that I make some changes. What's kind of spurred the change for the profile picture design? Were you just like, I want something new? Ready for something new? Trying to get these proportions like just the way that they should be. We're gonna keep working through this and cleaning it up. All right, sorry, let me hop back in the chat for a minute. Okay, so you're changing your profile picture out, which is cool, Maeve is watching monster anime and like Frankenstein. Okay. I'm trying to think if I've seen the original Frankenstein. which Frankenstein? Is there multiple Frankenstein movies? I feel like there probably is at this point in time. We were watching a Frankenstein inspired movie, kind of recently. So a lot of things are going on. Almost done with a short graphic novel. Dang. Okay, that is a lot of stuff going on. A whole graphic novel. I know short graphic novel means it's shorter, obviously, but still, creating a graphic novel is nothing to sneeze at. And you're planning another one. You're making a new fashion design like I did last year, if you remember me ever mentioning that. I think I remember you mentioning it, but I don't remember like the results from it. Yeah, join the Discord so you can post some of the art. Yeah, that'd be cool. Oh, I don't have Discord though. Maybe in the future. I have Facebook and Instagram. Okay, so we probably all have Instagram then. It was getting old. I don't want it to be my avatar anymore. Plus, I want to showcase one of my latest artworks. Yes, I do have an Instagram, and you guys can follow that. I'll post it in here. I'm not sure if you guys are able to post links, but if you are, you can post your Instagram links in the chat. I don't mind. Like as long as, cause I know you guys, but as long as people aren't spamming links in the chat, like that's okay. And I just set up a bot to post my links every so often, just like for new viewers. But again, as long as it's like once per time, whatever, or we're like currently talking about it, it's cool. Just let me know if you can't link your accounts. But yeah, I just want this to be like a community space. So like I want people to, be able to follow each other and talk about projects, make connections, everything like that. Because I feel like a lot of the times, on the internet, we're just kind of, talking into a void. We're not really talking to anyone. So having live streams like this, it's like, no, we're all here at this current point in time. This is what we're working on. This is what we're doing. And we actually get to talk about stuff. Also, I imagine I'm not following you yet, Maya, so I will go ahead and drop a follow there. I mainly only post to my stories on Instagram because the discovery on Instagram is pretty much all but gone because they got rid of the ability to explore new posts. So only the most popular stuff rises to the top now. And so it's very, very hard to follow, or it's really hard to find new people. So engagement just keeps on getting lower and lower on Instagram. But some platforms that have been a little bit more better at discoverability have been like Tumblr. And now I'm trying to, I don't have quite yet the manpower to do so, but I'm going to start making use of this Discord and have that be another spot to just have engagement and do and host events. But because I am limited in time, I'm gonna just probably limit it to only like posting art and very basic discussions, and then I'm gonna have like a member or a section for people that have joined the newsletter in the pay tier, so I can talk to them directly whenever I got new stuff coming out, or if I need to just help them with an order or something like that. I don't really post much on there, but you can watch the content I posted over the past 2 years. I'm going to make an art account, but I don't have much energy to post consistent. So the thing is about creating an art account, you don't have to post consistent if you want to grow. That's what everybody says, and there is truth to that. But the thing is, a lot of this stuff, sorry about that, a lot of this stuff is getting really saturated right now, especially with AI art. I know we've already talked to that to death in like so many other streams, so I'm not going to harp on that too much. But really, I think the important thing is actually kind of building more personal connections with your audience, and also like doing more real stuff, more stuff in real life. And it's like, I don't think there's really any importance to posting with consistency or building an online following per se, simply because just because you have a huge online following doesn't mean there's actually people supporting like your work and what you do. So I think it's probably more important to just focus on your craft and getting better, rather than, you know, focusing on having like a whole bunch of accounts in a lot of different places. Because believe me, I've tried like and been on so many different places and spots, and it kind of gets overwhelming. So anyways, what I want to start doing is actually, so I'm finishing up with some Sonic characters, but I want to start working on more Ignition concept art. I'm working on finishing up the back end of the arc in terms of writing. I've done the first part and have been doing done the illustrations for it, and I now have it, you know, updating on Comic Fury, which is awesome. So you guys can kind of read that as that's coming out. But I want to start building out even more of the world, getting more concepts and stuff done, so when I get to that point, you know, I already have a lot of the concepts and art ready to go. So anyways, what does that mean in terms of what's going on here on YouTube? I'm going to try to do some live art streams where I'm like out in the park or like downtown, and like we're sketching right there live on the spot kind of deal. So I'm gonna bring out like my phone and maybe a tripod, and then we're just gonna sit down, you know, have some music going probably, and or maybe it'll just be like nature sounds and yeah, we'll just sit and draw. And I think I'm gonna do that on maybe Tuesdays and Thursdays, or maybe Mondays and Fridays, and then keep this stream as well, because I feel like this time works better for people, it being in the evening. But that stream that I'm talking about would probably be in like right after lunch or in the morning, especially as it gets like nicer and nicer outside. So yeah, we're gonna be going and just drawing on the spot. Oh, okay. All right, see you, man. So I might change the settings for the alerts on these things. I think I'm gonna do like, I think I said 30 minutes in between them. I might make those a little bit longer. Um, so yeah, the way I like to work in my sketchbook is I do like to go out and draw from, actual reality and whatnot. And I think that's a great way to start honing and developing your style instead of always being stuck in front of your computer and just drawing off of even if it's photo, like real life photos. It's better than real life photos, and it's also better than looking at other artists all the time. And there's nothing wrong with looking at artists. I'm just saying that I think drawing from real life can help you start to see things for how they are and how you specifically interpret them, like right there on the spot. I guide people I meet in real life to my social media. I think I'm more likely to build a community that way. That is very true. Just telling people that that you meet and stuff like that. That hey, like I do art, and if you want to check me out, here, and then they can follow along and see if the type of art you make is something they're interested in. I mean, artists were wildly successful before internet was a thing, and I did it through in-person interactions. I think that's best. I always end up seeing lots of AI art on Pinterest. I know, it's like Pinterest used to be one of my favorite spots to, just quickly get some ideas and inspiration stuff, and now it's like maybe like 50%, if not more, of just like AI art, and it's a shame because half this stuff doesn't even make sense. Like clothing and stuff wise, like the colors can look cool, but like you'll just have shirts turning into pants out of nowhere and weird stuff like that. As a traditional artist, I think it'll be safer for me against AI and thieves. Very true, because I can show the physical originals. Very true. Now, I do like doing these art streams for that reason. It's like you guys can see the whole process, and you guys can see me improve like year to year, and also my art thoughts and what kind of knowledge I'm taking in and everything like that. So I'm hoping that like when people stumble across me as an artist, they get to see all that background information. And how much work that I put into like learning the stuff and growing as an artist. Okay, see you next time. Yeah, maybe, so it's gonna be a visual novel style. We're gonna slowly add in more elements of interactivity, but this was kind of the I want to say fastest because I originally was illustrating every page, like a normal comic, and I was like, well, let me do it in visual novel style. I think I'll be able to do it quicker. But then, in the process of trying to create a script reader that would read my script and print it out to screen like a visual novel, and adding in the music, the background, and the characters, and having them slide onto the screen. After coding all of that, like it definitely wasn't quicker, at least in the short term, but I think in the long term it might kind of pay off now that I have this system set up. So that's my hope. I'm glad you think the visual novel style is cool. I'm gonna be sticking with that for a little bit because it's gonna be in that vein, and I want it to feel like a video game. So it's gonna, maybe have elements of like that kind of RPG style, and games like Persona and things like that, where it's story driven, but you can interact with the world in various different ways. Alright, so let's work on this shoe now. I kind of want the shoe to angle a little bit like this, so I'm going to draw on a sketch line like that. It would look even more awesome if the character's mouth move or different facial expressions. So that's the next step. So as you can imagine, like every time you do a new expression, you know, you're recreating the entire artwork from scratch. So if you multiply how many emotions a character should have times the amount of characters I'm gonna have in the story, then you know the work just kind of magnifies like that. So what I want to do after I kind of show the vision and show the story and see if people think it's even interesting, I'm going to try to get funding so I can go in and do all of that art, because that's going to take that extra bit of time. I think it's definitely going to be worth it because it'll look really cool. It's going to help bring this to life more and more. And there's scenes later on that I'm like, I really wish I could do like full animation on it. But I'm trying to limit myself, you know, take it one step at a time. Okay, so let's give this a shot. So this goes about halfway. This heel, okay, we're gonna go like this, go like that. And then we've got these two things coming in here. Okay, so it's gonna do something like this, dot, 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 that, like that. All right, I'm gonna focus a little bit, but I am still gonna be here. If you guys want to chat about anything, that's cool. But we got the music going, so hopefully that'll be okay while I'm kind of taking a break from talking. been wanting to join other art Discord groups, but it always feels so crowded. I really feel that one, because there's a lot of Discord groups that I'm like technically a part of, but I don't say anything in because it feels a little bit too overcrowded for me specifically. There's only one group that I actually like actively participate in, and it's probably like, you know, a handful of like really active members, like 6 or 7, and I feel like that's just a good amount of other fellow artists and creatives before it gets too crowded. So I'm definitely gonna have to kind of figure that out and how I want to run my Discord, because I don't want to have that issue like as well, where people like don't even feel like really posting because it's just, there's just too many people there and it just feels a little bit overwhelming. So I definitely know that feeling, and so I'm gonna be at least aware of it, and then at the very least we would have like maybe different sections or different days in which, you know, certain, you know, groups of us kind of can come in and chat and talk. But anyways, it's, my Discord's probably quite a bit a ways from having the details like that figured out, because it's not my main priority right now. But that's some good feedback to kind of already like have. That's definitely something to think about. Yeah, you're welcome, no problem. Now, Instagram does a weird thing of like making it kind of difficult to see the people's posts that you follow. I've been putting people on like the list of whatever it's called, so that way when you click on the top of Instagram you can change it to like people like you're actually following, because on the actual main homepage, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but like they don't really have a good way They don't have really good writing. They promote stuff, random stuff. Okay, so we got to kind of figure out what's going on with these hands. You didn't miss too much. I kind of did just a focus session where I got some line work done. We were talking about just discords and how some communities can feel a little bit too like big and bloated. Well, I don't want to say bloated, but some can feel too big, and then you kind of lose a sense of feeling like you belong, because there's just so many people there, and you can't actually, I shouldn't say you can't, but it's hard to make those like, personal connections where you see familiar faces and you talk to the same people over and over again. Okay, so I'm going to think about these hands for just a minute. I'm going to take some reference photos in the mirror. Alright, I'm back. I created some hand reference for myself. And I recommend doing that. If you struggle with posing hands, try getting some reference photos. It's not necessarily always going to work, and I'm not sure it's going to work this time, but sometimes it can be helpful and useful. Okay, Megan says, I've recently been developing my own style. Well, that sounds pretty nifty if I do say so myself. What kind of things have you been doing to develop your own style? Oh, and there's also one thing that I wanted to talk about, and I'm going to say it so you guys can remind me in case I forget, but I've been kind of doing a art challenge. It's not really a challenge, more of like an art assignment maybe, and it kind of goes into what you're saying about developing your own style, so I'll talk about that in a second, but I want to give you a chance to respond. Just drawing whatever the heck I want with the pen. I mean, there we go. That's that's all it is. Drawing whatever the heck you want is literally like the definition of finding your own style. Art challenge. So I didn't come up with this, but I was reading through a manga called Blue Period, and it's a story about this person becoming an artist, and he kind of starts off from scratch as a beginner, and so to kind of get him up to speed, he joins the art club, and the art club has a summer assignment, and I thought this summer assignment sounded pretty cool and something that I wanted to do. And basically it's about creating like an art journal, so to speak. And so what does that mean, an art journal? So basically the assignment that they gave, him and some of the other students was to every day take at least one photo with their phone of whatever it is that you found interesting that day. It could be like a texture or a cool composition or whatever the case may be. You're just creating like a photo journal. The second piece of it was, wow, look at me forgetting what all the pieces were. I put it on my Tumblr blog, so let me just pull that up real quick. Okay, so there was a photo journal, and then there was a scrapbook, and the scrapbook was something that you could do whatever you would like to do with it. You know what, let me go ahead and just show this on the screen. You can use whatever you would like. You could paste in or draw whatever you find interesting, like art, photos, or writing. Anything goes. Think of it as a book of treasures. Have fun and use it whatever way works best for you. Okay, and this is the photo diary that I was talking about. Okay, and so I think the reason why this kind of stuck out to me is because it's something that I've done, but I haven't really thought to collect it exactly like this. And for the people, which includes myself, that struggle with creating a sketchbook, that's what a sketchbook should be. It's just like a diary of what it is that you find interesting. So anyways, I haven't been entirely consistent with this, but my goal is to try to, do something. Like every day, at least to get thoughts and ideas out there. And I think it is really important to, we collect a lot of references and resources online, but I think it's very important to be more selective and specific. And when you copy a reference in as an art, or you're writing it down, you're committing that more into memory and more of something that you can draw from later on. And so I just think that this practice is really cool. And so yeah, I'm gonna try to keep on kind of doing that and implement as much as I can here and there. But yeah, the entire idea is to just build your visual library, build your style by really exploring what it is that you find interesting about everything about the world. Like, what are you trying to say, and what is it that really interests you? So anyways, that's what the art challenge is. It could last for however many months you would like. It could even last you your entire art career, because that is honestly a practice that you want to keep. You want to keep doing, because it only improves your ability as an artist to find, those things that make you tick and make you the artist that you are. I gotta leave, but this is really cool. Good luck. All right, see ya next time. Have a good night. I remember watching a YouTube video about how to find an art style, and I learned that it's mostly learning fundamentals and finding artists that you like. Yeah, there is that portion as well, but I don't think that's it. That's all to it, because just knowing fundamentals and artists you like does go a very long way. You can get really good that way, but art also kind of comes from a place of, I don't know how to say this without sounding cheesy, but kind of like a somewhat of a spiritual place. But basically what I'm saying is a place of understanding yourself a little bit more closely. And so if you're only mimicking the fundamentals and what other artists are doing, you haven't quite found your own voice yet. You haven't quite found your own style yet. And I don't know if that, makes sense, depending on like what part of the art journey that you're at. Okay, I'm struggling here a little bit with this hand. I know the anatomy doesn't quite make sense for this hand over here, but I just like the overall flow of it so far, so we're gonna keep it for right now. Also, I'm wondering if I should just make this like kind of balled up maybe, and if he should be clenching his fist instead, something like this. Which I think that kind of works, instead of having the fingers spread out, because I could do this. And I think that looks weird. Okay, so actually, that can actually kind of work here. And initially that looks strange. That's kind of correct in its own way as well.
Locked behind the walls of physics. I developed escape routes that lead me down the road of cynics. From the air and behind every shadow of my doubt and despair, I need a change. And found what I thought of to be a broken-hearted slave. Now I'm off to the start of a different life. And pounds of strife to keep shedding with the thoughts of staying up late nights. So what I find. Abyss of my own. Terms likely defined by the future I've sewn together. And I'd offer up a better way to see, but positivity is the key. I'm going to the city behind a counterweight, stopping my tracks around the veins that I pulsate. And bad habits on my way to climb stairs, but the devil's on my shoulders, always keeping me prepared. And my world is just a light that I share. Upon the ceiling is a painting, you can find me there.
exactly how I want to. Draw this second hand. Okay, so I think I need to just resimplify again. We're gonna turn this to blue and just make it lighter, and we're just gonna start a redraw from scratch again. Because not working. Okay, this feels like it should be like the right start. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit more like that, and that's where I went off. Okay, maybe it's something like that. Cool, cool, cool. I actually think I'm kind of liking this now, so that's good. Alright, so I'm just going to do something kind of fun here at the end. That's going to be adding like this bold outline just to kind of see where this can take us. Alright, I think I'm going to take like a break, maybe a gaming break or something, and kind of figure out if we come back to this. But it would be nice to at least get some base colors done. Okay, it is break time. It is break time for me. Alright, we're gonna be back here soon. Playing a quick round of Splatoon, and we're gonna try to get some base colors done. We're not gonna complete the piece, I don't think. I'm kind of just running out of a little bit of steam, and so instead of trying to push through, we're just gonna go ahead and kind of call it for today. Well, not now, but after we do the base colors. And yeah, I just don't want to. I just don't want to push too much, and then yeah, not have the energy to really finish off strong. Now in the future, I do want to be able to make it so that I can show the Splatoon matches that I'm playing and stuff. I feel like that could be fun in stream. Okay. Let's try to put in these base colors before we end this stream. We're going to be ending the stream in about 10-15 minutes, y'all. So if there's any interesting points of conversation that you would like to bring up, now would be the time to do so, and we can talk about it. Alright guys, I think that's gonna be kind of it for me for right now. We had some fun adding in said colors and starting to bring this piece to life, but I think we're gonna go ahead and lay the pen, pencil down, whatever. Oh, you know what I want to do though? Last thing I'm gonna do before we close out here. Oh, I also didn't check in on chat. I'm sorry if someone said anything in chat. Looks like some things were said, and I apologize for that. We're gonna go through those before we close up here. So Miv said character design is really difficult, struggling right now. I'll talk a little bit about that. I love character design. Them Inium 2 has arrived. Welcome. Take care to you too. I do not know if you're still watching or not. Thanks so much for tuning in. I don't know if this is the first time that you're here or not, but nice of you to pop by the chat. Hopefully you're doing well. So character design and how to do character design. I like character designs that have a motif. So I try to think of what this character is supposed to like represent or something like that. And then I try to build the character design around said motif. And it can be anything. Like if someone is very like in tune with nature, like I'm gonna research, you know, everything I can about like, you know, plants or whatever their unique interest is, and I'm gonna try to pull in design elements from that. And another thing in design is the big level, medium level, and small level. So always think of things in threes. So you want your big shapes to read first. Then you want to focus on your middle level of shapes. And then the third is your details and your texturing. But the texturing is the least important. The most important is your big shapes and making sure you're getting your design languages down. So I'm trying to think of maybe some recommendations of people you could look into that talk about character design specifically. I know Feng Zhu Design, just in general, has some really good design information that can just be kind of overall helpful. So I would consider looking him up and just watching some videos. And for character design, also what I like to do sometimes is start off with like a base mannequin, so I'm not worried about the drawing and the pose aspect of things, and I can just focus on the design of things. Okay. With that being said, let me like seriously lay down this pencil. I'm gonna get out of here, but it has been a lot of fun. Alright, y'all. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your week. It has been fun drawing and sketching with you guys. Again, you can find my story at ignition.thecomicseries.com. Link is right there in the live chat. And if you want to support the story or the artwork that I do, feel free to pick up something from my online shop or join my monthly newsletter. It's been fun. And until next time, peace, love, and deuces. And yeah, good luck with everything you guys got going on in this upcoming week, and we'll check back in next week, same time, 8 p.m. On Wednesdays EST. Alright, now y'all, peace.